how do you feel now that we recorded the CD and we've had 2 concerts already at Tubabach, the Tubabach Festival, and what are your thoughts now about the project and the response from, the board of the festival and the community?
The response has been fantastic. As a musical experience, the making it happen, what happened in the rehearsal, and then how that progressed to what happened in the recording studio, and then even then how that progressed to what happened here on the concert stage, and hearing how the music grows. And it's not so much a matter of after more and more rehearsal, it sounds better. It's every time is different. Every time's a little bit. Finding that different frame of mind, and the frame of mind for each one of the songs is it's a different experience every time we do it.
The concept was the right frame of mind. And we had these 13 tunes, and I was sitting there going, how are we going to get the euphonium, the tuba, or, the voice and the piano into the same space, because your instrument takes up such a wide band in terms of audio, sound. And I think that's probably more manageable in a recording studio to do that. But in a live concert, what I found out is that it was just as nimble, just as small, beautiful colors, nice lines with the instrument, with my voice, that I didn't feel like I was being overpowered by the enormity of what the sound that their instrument could produce, both in the recording studio process as well as the live theater process. So I was very surprised to see that the project itself on CD as well as in concertizing holds true to form for all the different instruments and players. I mean, Alvin, what do you think about that in terms of the combo?
I actually thought it balanced out better live.
Wow.
I think, in the recording studio, you're kind of at the mercy of your engineer and what he wants to hear, and you're a bit separated, but I think in a live context, you're forced to listen more intently and make things balance. And
that's true.
And so I think, naturally and in a very organic sense, it achieves a certain balance that I think has more integrity than what happens in a studio project. Not to, say anything unkind about the studio process. I mean, it is what it is, and
right.
And it affords you the luxury of fixing things. But
fixing things.
Well, yes, I mean
we didn't fix anything. We just recorded 13 songs in a row.
Well, exactly. Somebody fixed something, so I'm told. But when you're performing, the onus is upon you to fix things and to balance things, and I think the fact that the interaction is such a vital part of this project, everybody's listening, so no one's overplaying, over singing, and it just works. It works. Yeah. Right. It's far better than I ever would have thought it would.
Yeah.
And 2 things on that. I think, one, I want to thank Sergei Kvitko at Blue Griffin Recording for the work that he did do, and the time that he took to find the balance that he could within that studio setting, and a lot of thanks to Sergei for what he did with that. But you mentioned, what's going to happen with this horn, and can it be overpowering and all that? But it is so much fun to be able to play with 2 musicians who are able to find such a range from right there to right there. So it's not just this.
Yeah.
And I don't have to ever feel like, oh geez, I have to play soft because I might cover somebody up.
Right.
It's like, I get to play soft because that's where the music is taking me.
Yeah.
But I also, when I want to, because you both can do that too, and when it's time to open up, I couldn't bury you with this if I wanted to, and I couldn't bury Alvin's piano if I wanted to, but I don't need to because nobody's trying to bury anybody.
Right.
And we can go there and all of us play and sing full out, and then the next second back off to just that little tiny sound and make everybody lean in. What's that? And so it's so much fun to be able to, this has a wide range. It's great to be able to use this wide range as well.
Up until this project, I only thought about your instrument in terms of the classical field, and sometimes towards the jazz side with the whole New Orleans side of the conversation, and but since we've done this project, it's interesting that a lot of people see your instrument differently now. Just within the last 24 hours, today and yesterday here in Big Rapids at the festival, a lot of people have been saying to me, so, it sometimes sounds like a trumpet, sometimes it has a little bit of the saxophone thing going on, and a trombone thing going on. And it's interesting how the different songs lend themselves to different perspectives about your instrument. The album has what? We got the Gershwin conversation going with I Got Plenty of Nothing, to Bernstein's West Side Story, Rachmaninoff's Vocalese. We have Puccini's Nessun Dorma. We have Alvin's You're On My Journey Now, Mount Zion, classical treatment of that spiritual. All that classical stuff is there, but yet the album then has the hole to shoot through when you have the prayer that Bocelli and Celine Dion did, and then you have the Lord's Prayer, which is traditional church prayer thing, and then you have the patriotic thing, and then Anthem and a few other things, do-wah ditties, and it's just interesting to see how everybody's responded to the eclectic nature of the album, the right frame of mind, and I'm going, wow. I mean, people were lining up to buy the CD, and they saw the concert live, and they're like, well, most everything that's on the concert was in the CD. I just think it's an interesting project now that it's really alive and out there where people can get their hands on it and do their own analysis and process what it is that they're getting from the project. But I enjoy doing the project, man. I think it's going to be interesting to watch people both in the hardcore classical side, because all of us are classical musicians, look at the album, and then interesting to see the crossover side, the jazz, blues, gospel, patriotic. Those people do reviews of the album. It's just going to be interesting to see how they couch their position on what the project is and how it resonates. I just think it's interesting. What is the right frame of mind? Well, it's on CD now. So thank you, gentlemen, for allowing me to partake.
Anything you want to add to all that?
No.
I think we're good. It's a wrap.